Hey SkySlopers, we're going to look at how to add forms into your SkySlope Forms file and then send them out for signatures with DigiSign. I'm going to start here with my buyer file for Sunland Avenue. We already have some forms in this file and some sent envelopes. We have a signed purchase contract and an addendum, and now it's time for me to send them some disclosures. I'm going to click on the Add Forms button to select forms from the MLS libraries to add to my file. I need to add the wire fraud advisory, so I'll search for that, and click on the plus icon to add that form into my file. The only other form I need to add is the seller's disclosure signed by the sellers that's saved on my computer, so I'm going to go ahead and click Next. Back on the Forms tab, we can click on the Upload Documents button to upload documents from our computer. Click on Upload Documents to select your document, or you can also upload via drag and drop. After the document processes, you go ahead and click Done, and the document will be uploaded into your Forms file. If you had all of your disclosures saved to a template, you can also click Apply a Template and then select your disclosures template to automatically add all those forms into your file. Now that we've added both forms to our file, we will select them and click Fill and Send. And now we're on the Forms Fill page. On the left side of the page, you can reorder your documents, and that's the order that they will be signed in. On our buyer advisory that was added from the MLS library, we can see that the form has been autofilled with contacts from our forms file. The seller's disclosure was uploaded as a PDF, so it doesn't have any information for us to fill in. Our forms are ready to go, so we'll click Prepare Signature. First, we'll be prompted to enter a name for our envelope. It will default to the name of the file, but you can add information about the documents that you're sending. Next, we need to select the action of each contact in our file. Our buyers are set to needs to sign, and we want our loan officer to receive a copy of the signed documents after they're signed. I'm prompted to enter his email address since it's not already stored in the file before clicking on Next. And now we're on the DigiSign screen. Anything we need to do in DigiSign will be done on this page. You can use the document drop-down to jump from one form to the other. When you're on a multi-page form, you can use the page drop-down to jump to different pages, and you can also zoom in to get a better look at your forms. Use the toolbar at the top to select the block that you need, such as signature, initial, or date signed. In the left column, you can see the forms that are included in your envelope. You can also open the module to edit the recipients of your envelope. In this window, you can change the signing order by clicking Add a Signer Group and drag a signer into that second group. If you drag them back into the first signer group, the second group will automatically be removed. On the left side of the window, you can also delete or edit current recipients and add new ones. And you can either edit your outgoing message in the lower left-hand corner or at the very end before sending. Our first form in this envelope is the buyer wire fraud advisory. We imported this form from SkySlope Forms, which means the great news is that all of the names, signatures, and date boxes have already been added. A quick once over and we can see that everything we need is done for this form, and we can move on to the next one. Our next form is a seller-signed seller's disclosure that I uploaded as a PDF. Since I didn't import this form, I'll need to manually place any signature, initial, or date blocks, which gives us a chance to take a look at the DigiSign block options and how they work. To add a signature to the document, select Signature from the toolbar. Then you can click onto the document and drag to create the size signature that you'd like. To add a second signature, reselect Signature from the toolbar. You can also single-click rather than click and drag on the document to add a standard size signature block. Use the Signer drop-down menu in the upper left corner to change who is assigned to each block. All blocks are color-coded to make it easier to tell which blocks are assigned to who. Date signed blocks are placed the same way as signature blocks. Select Date Signed on the toolbar and either click and drag to set a custom size or single click for a standard size date box. And the same goes for full name blocks. You can place full name blocks on the document to autofill your signers' names. There is also a strike-through tool available. The strike-through tool can be used to draw a line through any text on the document. You can also move the strike-through line after it's been placed. You can also add a dynamic text box. You can type anything into the text box, and the text will either grow or shrink to fit the size of the box. You can resize the box to resize the text. Last but not least, we have checkboxes that can be added to documents. And those checkboxes can either be checked or unchecked by default. We can review our documents to make sure everything is completed, and then go ahead and click Send in the lower right corner. We'll be prompted to enter a subject line and email message that will be emailed to the recipients in their invitation to sign. After we've typed the message, we'll go ahead and click Send for signatures. Here on the Envelopes tab of our Forms file, we can see all the envelopes we've sent in this file. At the bottom, we have one envelope that's completed and signed by all recipients. For this completed envelope, we can view the envelope history, download the signed documents in the envelope, or download the certificate of completion. For our envelopes that are still in progress, we can view the envelope history, download the signed document in its current state, resend the envelope, and cancel the signing. After clicking on Resend Envelope, a new window will open where you can click Send Reminder to send a new email reminder to any of your recipients. To void a sent envelope and prevent anyone from being able to sign, you will select Cancel Signing. Then the status will change to Canceled. And that's all it takes to prepare and send documents for signature with SkySlope Forms. If you have any questions, please reach out to our 24/7 support team. Happy SkySloping!